Howdy YouTube, my name's Eternia, and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. So we're going to hop into Union Cross for a little bit, spend time with Eternia, beaten Heartless with a giant key, that kind of thing. It'd be nice to actually go exploring again. I believe this will be the first time we've hung out to actually move around in Union's Cross, besides just making a beeline towards the boss. Or bosses rather. There was nothing but bosses there, not counting like the shenanigans and the other egg enemies. I am so late. Yeah, sorry about that, Eternia. And another thing, I've mentioned this in the past. Let me actually see where we are. Almost forgot. Ah! Oh, is it just us? Okay. Well, I guess that's fine. So, something I forgot to mention that you all have probably noticed already. Well, I guess I should backtrack first. Eternia, we gotta stop doing that. What was I saying? Something about... Oh yeah, I've said this in a past video where I usually keep things to myself. Both good news and bad news. This is more the good news. But it also goes in line with why I don't showboat. I don't really show off. Not usually, anyway. But I had actually meant to bring this up last video, but I totally forgot. Remember when I got Kyrie EX? I believe I told you all. I didn't tell anyone. I didn't tell anybody that I got Kyrie EX. Not even Eternia. I didn't tell anyone. I just posted the video for them to see it for themselves. And oh, I see a shenanigan. And when I posted that, it was just my way of saying, hey, you know, for those of you who know me, I posted a video. Because they already know. Like, they're subscribed to me, hopefully, so they would know the video would be up. And, sorry, I'm getting distracted here. My story's just all over the place. Oh, man, I remember this part. But yeah, so, if they're subscribed to me, they know that I posted a new video. And I wouldn't need to tell them anything about Kyrie EX. They could just see it for themselves. And if they were, you know, jealous or something, then they wouldn't watch it. There would be no need for me to go around telling people. So I didn't. But with that said, here I actually did meant to tell you that with Kyrie EX, I actually did fully guilt her. I know it's a little late to say that, but I did. Ooh, Eternia, you just made it. I was stalling for as long as I could. You just made it. The big Heartless, I believe, will be in the next room. I don't remember this map too well. He's either going to be here or in the back. Let me see. Oh, I might have been wrong. I thought there was more space. Oh, yeah, he's definitely going to be here. I remember now. Oh, might as well wait for him. Ha. But yeah, I guilted Kyrie EX. Fully guilted her. Now, even though she's fully guilted... Yet and still, I'm going to be saving up my jewels for another Kyrie EX because I really, really, really want to get extra attack power on her. All extra attack power, even, if that be the case. But I definitely want at least one because the more extra attack power I have on her, the more medals I can free up for something else. And that's exactly what I want to happen. So with that in mind, I don't plan on spending any kind of jewels except for maybe... avatar / pet parts, depending on what exactly they are, and if the foreteller medals show up. I think I'm going to try to go for the speed ones. Nice. I'm going to try to go for the speed ones. But outside of that, I'm going to, just hold on to them for another Kyrie EX, because again, I admit it might be kind of foolish to get like nothing but Kyrie EX until I fill up her entire slots and all that stuff, or get enough of them until I just keep buying them so I get extra attack power on everything. I admit that might be a kind of a dumb idea, but at the bare minimum, I want to get at least Kyrie EX with extra attack power. I would like to at least free up one metal slot, because this is not the kind of strategy I use. Like, I appreciate Eternia, you know, giving me the advice, because it really, really helped me out with like the Coliseum and whatnot. But in general, I do not run a setup like... thanks, Eternia. I do not run a kit like this. I usually have Kyrie EX first, and then like some kind of, well, it depends on the Keyblade. I shouldn't have did that. It depends on the Keyblade. Where, it depends on what I put next. But for those of you who've been watching me for long enough, you notice I usually have my buffer metals first. That's why. So with extra attack power, it would mean I wouldn't need as many buffer metals. I would only really need one if I can get extra attack power on them. With that being said, with this kit I'm using right now, Nominee, Kyra EX, and then Key Art Bond, or Bonds, I don't like that. I really don't, because that's actually hurting my kit a little bit, because there are better metals I can put in there, but I need the space to do it, but I can't because I would need all the buffs. You see what I'm trying to get at here? Or even for whatever reason, I don't really change my kit up. I just get one extra attack power on my Kyra EX. That would still be really good. That would still be really good because with that, I'll be able to fully max out my attack. 7 attack, 7 PSM attack, and 7 upright bonus. So I would only need 4 of them. Well, 4 buffs, I mean. I'm just saying 1 extra attack power will be enough to set me straight for that, but be that as it may, I'd rather have Kyra EX 1 with at least 1 extra attack power on her. That would make my day. So hopefully, I guess it'd work out for everybody, but hopefully she'll be back soon, you know, now that she's actually already out. It really doesn't matter now. Hopefully she'll be back soon, and those of you who didn't get one can, and those of you who did will be able to get the guilt and or traits you want on yours. But I already preached about what I'm about to say. I forgot that Search Ghost was there. And that's actually kind of fitting that it'd be invisible. But man, does that get annoying. By the way, I finished the time attack. Like I mentioned in the last video, it got so bad. This one guy, before, it hasn't even been like 6 hours, and a guy had posted a little guide on how to get through the last time attack, number 5. You can do it in like, I think, 10 seconds. Oh man, it's nothing but shenanigans. That was a bad idea. I'll just wait here. I was trying to go around them because I don't care all that much. My Skoll, what are you doing on that wall? Then again, what am I doing on this tower? Never mind. Anyway, I already have pretty much enough jewels. So or I said jewels, I meant tokens, coins, whatever you want to call them. So I don't really mind not getting all the shenanigans. I'm really only doing that to A, prevent other people from doing it, and or B, letting them know where one is at. But yeah, so I don't mind skipping them. I didn't mean to grab that one. Otherwise, I would have gone counterclockwise and just got all of them. I do think this Heartless is extremely interesting, though, because it's not like he's here to waste our time. Not really. So, I don't know. Weird Heartless. It'd be different if there was other ones with him. Alright, I believe I have time for one more part, and I got a surprise for all of you. Hopefully it'll make up for this video, because I know I've been kind of in a rut lately. Like, my commentary has not been good, if it's even been good at all. But I know it's been particularly bad lately. But hopefully at the end of this, I can get on my comeback, because the last thing I want is to do the story mode and have literally nothing to talk about. That would be terrible. But I do need to pay, as I was saying, I do need to pay closer attention to these mushroom missions. Shenanigan. I do need to pay closer attention to these mushroom missions because, oh man. I need to pay closer attention to these mushroom missions because I keep missing the objective. That's something else too. Like I mentioned this in a past video, but it's almost like it's gotten worse since I mentioned it, where especially when I'm in a hurry. When I was doing the next to last time mission, I kid you not, I ran out of time because it gave me like 60 seconds to do it. The timer hit 1 minute and 44 milliseconds, or whatever those things are called. They're not seconds, they're smaller than seconds. Those things, it landed on 44, 1 minute, 44 milliseconds, and I ran out of time just because of the slow animations of, you know, the attack and then Skoll stealing something I ultimately don't even need. It just got, oh, that made me so annoying. That was so annoying to me. I was going to say that made me so mad and annoyed me, but I kind of messed up what I was trying to say. Not that that's anything new. But yeah, oh man, it's like it didn't dawn on me just how long that takes, and it's so weird because pets have been out for the longest time. Skull's been stealing stuff almost nonstop, but for some reason, I never really noticed just how long it takes. Like I say, for some reason, but I guess the reason's obvious. I didn't notice it until there was a timer. That's what made me notice just how bad it slows you down. And yeah, you could make the argument that, well, just take your skills off and you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, you're right, but I would also lose the multiplier if I did that. Oh, come here, you. Oh, that was fast. Oh, it's kind of interesting that I'm speaking of Skoll, too. I'm going to have to remember to touch on that before I end the video. Where? Oh. Probably not going to be enough time. Oh, that's good. I was just going to spin these out. Spin to win, if you will. Where's the boss now? Ah, yes, I remember where he is. He's in the second set of doors. Not the first one, but the second one. I'll leave them to the mega shenanigan. Since I know I can't kill this boss on my own, it's not like I have to worry about killing it before they kill the shenanigan. Plus, they're already here, so. But yeah, so about Skoll, I mentioned in the past how I was inspired. Well, let me rephrase this because I want to say this properly. Hold on. My real life dog, her name is Lady. I mentioned how her overall design is what helped me inspire Skoll. Ah, right on top of you. But yeah, Skoll was inspired by my dog Lady. She is a Pekingese, and I don't know how old she actually is in human years because I don't remember, but I know in dog years she's like over 100. By the way, that's my last mission with Eternia. She's gonna go and be busy. But yeah, Lady, might as well do it like this. Hold on. There. Lady inspired Skoll, even though Skoll is kind of like a, dare I say, cat-dog hybrid. Look as more as a puppy cat. Puppy cat. Oh yeah, that was a great show. You guys should look that up, Puppy Cat. But yeah, anyway, he's kind of a cross between a cat and a dog. And obviously, that's not true with my real-life dog, Lady. But when you see her, you will see the resemblance. And on that note, I need you all to play along again. Close your eyes. Don't look. Yep, there's Eternia. But check it out. Yes, this is my dog, Lady. As I mentioned, she is over 100 years old, so I figured I should, show her before her time comes. Oh, you're very welcome. I figured I should show her well, she's still here. If I ever get the chance to do it, I'll try to record at least one video of her just being Lady. Easily the cutest dog I've ever had. There's even some little memes my sister made for her. I'll probably try to show you some more of those later. But yeah, this is my dog Lady. She is over 100 years old. She's a purebred Pekingese, by the way. She was given to us by a friend of the family. And we've had her for years. For so long, in fact, I honestly don't know. She's really healthy for her age. She's been through some things. I actually saved her life one time. But before I get into that, she was, once upon a time, hit by a car. I found her in the... Well, I didn't find her. Again, we already had her. What I meant is I found her in this state. She was in the middle of the road. And I didn't really wait to try to save her. If there was a car coming, I didn't notice it. I just saw her in the road, and I just went straight for her, picked her up, then got out of the road as fast as I could. And we had to search around the area for about an hour before we found a vet that could see her. Got metal rods put in her leg, all that stuff. She's had to have surgeries to deal with her eyes because just by virtue of being a Pekingese, they'll naturally have very bad vision. Matter of fact, she is close to, if not blind now because her eyes, in case you couldn't tell just by looking. So we had to have surgery to take care of that. So she's been through a lot. And before I forget, when I mentioned I saved her life, this was either last year or the year before that. I'm still not used to being in 2017, even though I know the year's almost over. I've always been bad with keeping track of the years. But anyway, it was during the winter. Lady had got outside, And again, being blind, she managed to wander off. Usually she stays in the backyard, but she didn't do that. She wandered off. And when I went outside in the cold, it was cold enough for your breath to be seen. Um, she was nowhere to be found. I was like, oh man. Now, because when I went out there, I just had like my PJs on. So I was like, okay, I got to get my real clothes on. Now I got to go find Lady. And I looked everywhere for her. I couldn't see her. And I was like, okay, this is not good. I'm not going back inside until I find Lady. So I was looking around, could not see her at all. And I heard this whimpering noise. I was like, wait, what's that noise? Sounds like a squirrel or something. And over to my right, I could just barely, because look at Lady's fur. She blends in really well with like dead wood. Like, you know what I mean? It was really hard to notice her, but I saw her there. And when I ran over to see what was wrong, she had gotten her, you can just barely see it there. She got her little poofy tail. It's not as poofy there, but she got her poofy tail like caught in this sticker briar bush. So I had to, oh, well, yeah. So I had to go back inside. I couldn't waste any time. I went back inside, got some scissors and a towel, and then I came back outside and I held Lady down, and as gently and carefully as I could, I cut out her fur where the thorns and whatnot had wrapped around it, so she wouldn't be tangled up anymore. Then I wrapped her up in the little towel, picked her back up, and took her inside. And if I had not found her, she probably would have frozen to death. Or if I had taken her out, like say 8 o'clock at night, and then forgot about her till the next day, there's no telling what would have happened. But after that, just petted her, warmed her up a little bit, gave her a treat. In like 15 minutes, she was completely over it, like nothing had happened. She's just that kind of dog. And in case you couldn't already tell, she is the cutest dog in the world. And for those of you who have something different to say about it, well, I'll let Lady take care of that. Thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you around.